Hi, I'm Jake Carter.
And I'm Nathan Carter.
And I'm Karen Bourne.
And welcome to The Carter Couch.
I didn't think it was going to be actually good, I'm not going to lie.
You said it was going to be
I was pure like...
If they have
that
power...
money's worth going to a Nathan Carter gig, because it goes on for 2 days.
Yeah.
We listened to their version then as well.
Did you?
It's much better.
It is way better.
Yeah.
Ismail put him to bed. And,
and 10 minutes. See.
Oh, there's not going to be any thought that goes into that, do you know what I mean?
Jake has stiffness.
Yous were say...
Like, who wants a break? Give it to me. Like, you have that effect on people.
What? I make them drunk.
Jeez, well, look, alright.
Right, let's go. Here we go. Hello everyone, I'm Jake.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karen.
And welcome back to The Carter Couch.
/ Bourne.
Episode number 9. Karen, welcome back. Woo!
No, I felt
It's great to have you back. We missed you.
Did you though?
No,
we did.
I didn't miss you giving out
We had
about
to
me
have
for
like
a week.
7 special guests just to replace you.
Do you know
No
what was
one
lovely
gave out about
watching
me.
it?
It was great.
I didn't think it was going to be actually good, I'm not going to lie.
You said it was going to be
I was pure like... Because Jake was like, oh, do you want to watch it before it goes out? I was like, not really, I'd say it'd be But actually, I was laughing
You
out loud.
enjoyed it?
In fairness.
And you didn't even know half the people on it.
You knew Grumps. Grumps
he
was
the
delighted.
cutest.
He hasn't stopped mentioning the podcast.
I've never heard him sound as bad singing though.
He was a bit ropey when he
Because he
sung.
sang so well on the gig that night. But his voice just was all crackly that
He didn't
day.
do it.
He did a song he's not used to
He didn't
singing,
warm up.
and he started very low.
And then it just kept going lower and quieter and quieter.
Do you know what though? It was quite.
He looked the
It was
part,
quite
didn't he?
He's
endearing
always
to
smart.
watch. It was nice to watch. Like
Yeah, his jokes were good as well.
His jokes-
I still didn't get one of them.
there was one that was very rude as well. So
I don't think I
There's one
got
about
any of
blue
them.
I did
pills.
give a warning last week, but if anyone's going to go back to episode 8, just be warned. Some of the jokes are slightly rude. The Grumps likes to tell.
As
It
Jake
went
said,
over my head.
this joke's kind of 18. And I'm thinking, what's he on about? 18?
Oh.
Then Grumps was like, 18 plus, he means.
No, I know, I didn't get that, Jake.
It wasn't PG. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, no,
but
it
who
was
says
PG.
These are
Is that-
18.
yeah, like 18 plus.
Parental
Like
guidance
if a game
was
is
needed.
18, do you know what I mean? That's what it means.
Lenny's 18 right now. The way you
Lenny's birthday was this week as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday to you,
see
Lenny.
he's really bothered. We have a 4-year-old now, Jake. How
4
do you feel
years
about
of
that?
age. That is 28
Jake
in
acts
dog
like a
years.
4-year-old anyway. so-
He's nearly 30 in dog years. Karen's going to get upset now. As always, anyway, let's start this episode by going through some of your messages, your comments, and your emails from last week.
Do we want to know, is the question. What are they?
Of course, we want
Do
to
you ever
know.
get any bad ones in, Jake?
No, do you know what? Everyone's always like saying that how I'm the best and the podcast would be lost without me and how I'm so good.
God.
That's all we ever get, guys, but I can't include all them.
In fairness, you are the one that does all the
We
organising.
want
do
to
a lot of
say
work,
a
too.
big
Rock up.
shout out to
One
Lauren
medal.
Brown from Swords in Dublin, who loves listening to the podcast with her boyfriend Ben, and she turns 21 this week.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Lauren. Dominic from Galway.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
21.
Oh.
Congratulations on getting to 21. Dominic from Galway says he loved the conversation about biscuits last week. The best dunking biscuit has to be a hobnob. It's hard to beat a hobnob, and it can take multiple dunks. That's
That
true.
sounds dirty.
I haven't had a hobnob in years, though. Do they still
I
even?
haven't seen them in shops.
They started making
What is a
chocolate
hobnob?
hobnobs. A hobnob is a biscuit.
Yeah, what type of biscuit? I know it's a bleeding biscuit.
It's not a ginger nut, but it's got the texture of a ginger
chocolate
nut in
on
it. They do chocolate ones as
Yeah.
well. It's in a blue and orange packet.
One side is dipped.
It was McVitie's, wasn't it? That's who did hobnobs as well.
I don't know.
But they're a strong biscuit, like. But
you
we
love a biscuit.
did a thing. I don't know if you watched the
I
whole
did
podcast.
watch about the biscuits.
Yeah, okay.
I was laughing. Actually, Tara said she likes a Jaffa cake, and I
No,
thought,
Jammy Dodger.
Yeah, it was Jammy Dodger.
oh,
Jaffa
Jammy-
cake's the one with the
Sorry,
orange.
never mind.
in.
Yeah, and you actually said Karen likes that too, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, actually,
Yeah, and then-
no.
I used to
That was
love
cute.
Jaffa
out,
cakes
Karen.
growing
Yeah.
up, didn't I? Remember you used to get the tube of Jaffa cakes at Christmas?
Yeah, we knew you liked it.
Like the yard of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, we knew you love a
Yeah.
good biscuit.
Is Jaffa cake a biscuit or a cake, though?
Biscuit.
It's a cake. It's called a
Keep
Jaffa
over.
cake.
Keep going with that.
Anyway,
it's definitely a biscuit.
we want to say a big shout out to Kelly and all of her family who love listening to the pod from Maharafelt. Is that how you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maharafelt in Derry. She said her husband said he missed Karen last week.
See?
The rest
My
of them mustn't have
husband.
missed you though, just the husband. Colette and Anthony have wrote in with a lovely email and have a question for Nathan and Jake. When on tour, does the midnight bus call rule still exist? And if so, who's the last person to have missed it and had to make their own way to the next venue?
What is that?
So On the tour bus, it's not midnight though. It changes every venue as well. That's actually my job now. Currently, is to discuss with the driver. Well, basically, if the driver's in a good mood, he'll normally let us stay on a little bit later.
I don't get what you're actually talking about. You want to be
so
on a tour bus.
Leaving the venue.
They mean when does the bus leave to go to the next gig? Yeah.
So when you finish our gig at night, do you go to the next venue that you're in the next day?
No, we go that night.
Yeah, that night. So the bus drives as you're asleep.
It's easier to drive at night than it is during the day.
No cars.
Oh my God, so what? So you don't have a drink after your gig?
Well, that's the thing. You can either...
No, I'm not even saying that.
You want to see the fridge on the tour bus.
If the... if the bus is leaving at 12... I mightn't get out of the venue till 11.
Is that why you start cutting your bleeding song short?
So,
he's leaving out loads of choruses.
Tonight we're doing 4 songs.
No, so the bus will normally leave at like
1, generally.
No, it's normally 2 or 3.
Yeah, but your gigs go on about 4 hours.
It also depends. It also depends if the next venue has like there's loads of logistics into like if they have power.
Money's worth going to an Nathan Carter gig because it goes on for 2 days.
If the venue has power though, or if the venue has parking for the bus, all that stuff has to be taken into consideration. And then also how good of a town it is to go out in is a big part of it.
Do you ever be raging if the tour bus is like, no, sorry, we have to leave?
That happened recently somewhere, and we were in like a really good town. Was it Edinburgh? And I had to leave.
Yeah,
because we couldn't stay parked on the road.
I also missed the tour bus one night.
How can they go without you?
Well, they didn't realise. They thought everyone was on.
This was before I was working, by the way.
Everyone had gone to bed, and the bus driver just got on, looked, and I'd sent a text saying, "What time's the bus leaving?" And it was meant to be like 2, and we'd gone to a casino. And then I text back saying, "Can you delay it till 2:30?"
Yeah.
But it was a text message. It wasn't WhatsApp back then. It was so it delivered. But I think I sent it to JP or
But I think
someone,
the problem at the time was...
they hadn't read it and just presumed... So the driver just presumed we were all on board. But the bus had been gone half an hour when we got back.
But the problem at the time was as well, Nathan was in the casino with the tour manager at the time, the man that was meant to be in charge of everyone being on the bus. So he wasn't really leading by example.
Then I had to get a taxi.
Yeah.
The bus pulled in up the motorway and we got a taxi.
No, that is bleeding mad.
No one. So the answer to your question, Colette and Anthony, is Nathan is probably the last person to actually miss the bus. But last month the bus did leave without the crew. Do you remember?
No.
The crew were actually getting showers and he thought that the crew were on the bus.
So
and
the
they
crew
weren't
on the bus as well?
Yeah, everyone's on the bus.
People on the bus.
Yeah.
So like... Reese and all?
Yeah, Reese is on the bus. Yeah.
Hi, Reese. Shout out
Hello,
to
Reese. Shout out to Reese, Nathan's production manager.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone's on the bus.
14. So,
great crack, actually, I'd say.
So the answer, the midnight bus call rule still does exist, but it's not really midnight. It depends. Changes each venue. And our final message is a big shout out to Siobhan. Talking about Nathan's phone, the same thing happened to me, only I dropped mine in the toilet. And was without a phone for 2 days. The next day I went into work, everyone was sending me messages and they weren't going through. They all thought I blocked them. I hope it dropped in the toilet after she was finished. No, before she was finished, sorry. Yeah.
Hang on, but let's all be real, people. If your phone drops in and you're after having a wee, you're going to put your hand in it.
No, but I think she meant it broke. She did put her hand in by the sound of it, but it got submerged in water. I've dropped my phone in the toilet once before, but it balanced, it didn't go in. It was like...
Because you have a big phone.
I can't just say phone. You're going to say there.
I know, it took me a while to say phone, but you have a big kind of
bracelet?
Phone. Yeah.
2 nights ago, I was standing at the toilet because there was people at the urinals.
The toilet?
So I went into the toilet.
Oh, the cubicle.
And I'm standing having a piddle.
I went
to flush the chain and I went to flush the toilet and the chain fell down the toilet.
Oh.
And I looked down and
had you already weed in it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I was like, do I just flush it down? And I was like, no.
Absolutely not.
No,
is it an expensive chain?
So, yeah. So I then had to pull my hand.
Did you wash your hands after?
No, I haven't washed them since. I smell.
Yeah. Right, thanks so much for all your messages this week. If you want to get in touch with us, make sure you send us an email to thecartercouch@gmail.com, or you can get us on all of our socials at thecartercouch. How has everyone's week been? weekly catch up this week? Anyone got any exciting news?
Have been very eventful. Do you know what my weekly news is?
What?
We got a new kettle.
Oh, we did.
That's literally as exciting as this
Karen
week got
got
for me.
2 new Christmas mugs. And she wanted to drink in the Christmas mug today because we're actually in our apartment today. But I said, no, we have to use the branded ones. But they're a good mug.
That's about how exciting my week was.
No, but you know what?
Very busy
A new kettle is like a big deal because the tea is lovely now.
It's like a new Hoover.
You're not really big into your tea. You like tea, but like...
So he doesn't even take milk in his tea?
No, I just have black tea.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's the one thing I hate when we're on tour, though, is you can't get a nice cup of tea. You get lovely coffees, but like the bus tea's just, it's not great. Like,
you should bring your new kettle next time.
I will. Do you know the price of the kettle?
You will not.
60 quid, 59 quid that kettle was.
Basic as well. And do you know what?
I thought a kettle was like 20 quid.
I was side-eyeing the Smeg.
No, it's not worth it. He's got, you had one.
Yeah, you have a Smeg.
It wasn't great.
Do you know what? Can I? No, do you know what? If you want to sponsor me and send me,
Smeg is lovely if they're listening and want to sponsor us.
But they're real heavy, so you never know if there's enough water in them.
No, you always think they're full.
Mine actually melted. My kettle.
And your kettle melted.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It must have been from boiling it too much.
I give over.
The top of it all, just like all the pink came off and it just like left a big dent in it.
Oh.
But like I spent a fortune on a toaster and kettle. And
yeah, they're not cheap. Like
it does exactly the same job as one.
And it just looks.
Do you know what I really want to get? I really do want to get one of the fancy coffee machines, but I just don't think I'll actually. I think I'll still go and get a coffee.
Kitchen at the minute can't even fit a bleeding microwave on the counter.
I know. When we get a house eventually,
you'd save 100 quid a week.
But I don't think I would because I think I'd still go and get the coffees.
Still go out.
Yeah, it's like walking the dog and saying hello.
It's like buying gym equipment for the house and then not using it. Just go in the gym.
Do you know anyone who's done that now? I think I've used that gym more than you have, and I don't even live there.
Johnny Pierce, big shout out if you're out there. He sorted me out with gym equipment.
Did he?
And it's been used 4 times.
No, I've used it at least 5.
Remember, I used it once down there and I done me back in.
You did, yeah.
Done me back in bleeding bad. I was only squatting.
You weren't meant to dance on it though, Karen. I feel like this week has gone really quick though, because we finished the tour in Liverpool last weekend,
Sunday night,
and then was that Monday we went out, or Sunday? Sorry, we went out, but we went out until the early hours of Monday. We had.
Do you know what I don't get though, right? If Jake's out, like you say, you ring me when you're on tour and like with Nathan, and I just don't answer. But like the girls agree with me, like you don't send me nice messages when you're away. Like you barely get a morning message off.
I do send you good morning and good night.
Just good morning. Like I want more than that if I'm minding the child at home. Hashtag Lenny.
But anyway, back to the story. We'll come back to that.
No,
we went out on Sunday night. And
yeah.
I don't really have many big blowouts anymore, but we went.
Oh, that was the moral of that story. Actually, you didn't even text me and tell me that.
My phone died.
Yeah,
remember
that was where I was going with that
my
whole
phone
random
died,
story.
Yeah. My best mate Paul came out with us as well, and he doesn't really drink that much, but he like went out as well. I think his girlfriend was away on holiday or something, and he was feeling a bit lonely, and we had to put him in a taxi. He was not in a good shape, but he rang.
I wouldn't say you were in a good shape, are you? The two of you putting someone else in a bleeding taxi.
We were fine. We were able to like walk in a straight line, but
I think though, like you have that effect on people.
What? I make them drunk.
So like, remember that one time with Nathan with me?
Are you gonna bring up that story, Karen? This is why Karen now will never eat Indian food.
Now, so like I remember this particular time. Remember you only had to build in that pub at your old house?
Yeah.
That was a good pub, wasn't it?
That was a really good pub.
That was like an actual pub.
That was our lockdown project, yeah.
Bigger than a lot of pubs.
Bigger than their bleeding house. But anyway,
we only got to use it for 2 months. Then you moved.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Anyway,
and do you know the people who bought my house?
Don't say they knocked it down.
No, they've invited me back a couple of times, and I have been once. To my old house, to the pub.
It's because that pub doesn't close, so when all the other pubs have closed,
yeah, you said
they're sorry they asked him. He's knocking on a Wednesday at 2 a.m. Jesus Christ, would someone tell him to go away?
Imagine you arrived and then got like drunk and then tried to get in your own bed, like your old bed.
No, but surely that was a great selling point to have an actual proper pub.
Well, it wasn't licensed, like, you know what I mean?
You don't need a license, so you're not selling alcohol, you're just drinking it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, flies out the back, you know what I mean?
I charged people a fortune for pints.
But where was we gone? Oh yeah, so that particular time the pub was only finished, and we were having a conversation of that. I was like, I'm 100 years of age and I've never had a hangover, and you were like, there's no way you never had a hangover. I said, no, I swear. And then remember, you just kept topping up I love tonic water, like would drink it all the time, but like I was having gin and tonic, but you just kept topping up my glass, and I didn't really realise.
Yeah, we didn't have.
There was no measures.
That was.
And then you went and we got an Indian, and that was a lovely.
It was
Indian.
lovely food as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Lenny was like
a pup.
16 weeks old, I think. He was a real pup, and he was crate trained at the time. And this is now the reason why Lenny sleeps in the bed. I always put it down to this night.
He always blames me. That one time when Jake said, oh, I'm going to bed, but I was having great crack in the new pub. I was up doing country driving and all, and I'll never forget trying to get up the driveway back to the bedroom,
back to the house. Yeah,
I came up to the room and I wasn't the bedroom.
You weren't in a good shape, no. But I don't think
had a great night,
you were as bad as Paul. So back to Paul's story, right? Paul rang me the next day and he told me he got home and he ended up waking his mum and dad up, and Paul's mum and dad, lovely people, but I wouldn't say that they would be too pleased that I'm waking them up at about 4 a.m. And he said he was sitting on the toilet and his ma came in and she was like, you can't stay sitting on the toilet, you'll fall and smash to the shower and all this stuff.
Was he that bad?
He said he shouted at his mum and he was like, Mum, I think I'm going to die, me windpipe's closing, because he was throwing up. And then he was telling me this whole story. Paul's going to kill me for saying this, but he then says his ma put him to bed. And, and 10 minutes later his ma come in because he was singing, and he was there lying on his bed singing You'll Never Walk Alone, and his ma was like, why are you singing You'll Never Walk Alone? He's like, it's because I think I'm gonna die. I think I want to sing You'll Never Walk Alone before I die.
No, seriously.
So Paul,
what was he drinking?
He was just vodka and orange juice. That's Paul's drink.
He drinks.
Yeah, so that was, but I then feel like the week's gone really quick because Monday was,
well, that was Monday. We then flew back
Monday night,
and then we were off Tuesday, Wednesday,
and then we were back gigging Thursday.
Then we were back out in Belfast Thursday, Friday,
and now we're here.
Now we're here.
What day is it today?
Sunday. I don't even know.
And tomorrow I'm in Dublin, which is why I'm here.
You're in Dublin now.
Doing this.
You're in Dublin,
and I'm doing a.
Oh, you have a fun day tomorrow.
Well, it should be fun. I'm dressing up as Santa Claus and I'm doing a promotion for a big chocolate brand, probably the biggest.
Oh my God, so hang on, will you come back with chocolate afterwards?
I'm hoping so.
Oh, will you just say, come here, Karen, saying you wouldn't throw a few bars?
So I have to dress as Santa and go around delivering chocolate to like old people, and
that
should be really
cute.
nice.
Just old people?
No, well, we're going to a care home and then
that is the cutest thing ever.
We're going to be on Grafton Street handing out chocolate.
You're joking.
I'm going to Grafton Street tomorrow.
Oh my God, we're going to Grafton Street tomorrow.
Sing a little song then.
Are you going to sing your own Christmas song?
I didn't even ask them that, would you believe?
Oh.
Yeah, because for anyone that doesn't know, I've just released
a
Christmas album called Crazy Christmas.
I think that's the third week on the podcast he's been plugging this Christmas album now.
That was taken in a Christmas shop. There's a Christmas shop up in Dungannon.
Oh.
And it's unreal.
That is a nice picture.
So yeah, that's
we were listening to it today, weren't we?
We were just listening to
Crazy Christmas.
No, the other Christmas song that you actually did a cover of. Yeah, that's Christmas to Me. Was that the Pentatonics that did that?
I love that song.
Yeah. We listened to their version then as well.
Did you?
It's much better.
It is way better.
Yeah, then we just switched over completely.
No, we did. We listened to the album and your duet with Una Healy.
Yeah.
Go on, Una.
That's us both done duets with Una Healy now.
Did you do one?
Years and years ago, yeah.
What did you do?
When I was on Dance for the Stars, we did a song called Take Me Dancing.
Oh, wow. Never knew that.
Yeah,
well, I did know it.
You just wanted to copy me.
To hear when we didn't know the next.
I'd say Una Healy's fed up with us now. She'll be doing a duet with Grumps next. Me and Karen went out for me and Karen went out for dinner last night. We went for a nice romantic dinner in one of our favourite restaurants in Dublin. Actually,
right, here we go. What makes a dinner romantic?
If it's just the two.
Well, it's the thought that counts. That I told you, right? Come on, get dressed. We're going for dinner.
Do you hear you? I pure told you to book something. I said it. Then you rang me and was like, yeah, what do you think of that place? I want to be spontaneously like...
Yeah, because you had to pay like 50 quid deposit, so if you didn't want to go there, I wasn't going to just book it.
No, but I want to be told. I think sometimes it's nice like to just be like told what you're doing.
But anyway, right, stop giving out.
You're good at that. No,
wasn't it a nice dinner?
I'm not finished giving you compliments.
Okay, sorry.
You're good at being like that.
Spontaneous.
Like you'll be like, if we have a day off, right, this is what we're doing. I think that's a great little
it normally is just let's go for coffee.
Yeah, but it's where we're
But,
gonna go.
right.
Anyway.
A few things about this dinner. The first thing that I didn't like was the tables were way too close, and they sat where I sat. Right, was in the corner of like a booth, and there was other tables here. So I was looking, which I kind of liked, but then I didn't like because I could see everyone. So I was pure people watching the whole night. No, you were pure in everyone's conversation. I'm like, I'm actually trying to talk to you, and you're like gawking at everyone around you. But right, the funniest thing was there was this couple to this table the other side of us, and I think they must have been on like a first date or something. She was a bit nervous, and if she listens to the podcast, I'm sorry for telling the story. Oh no, this is hilarious. But you could tell she was a little bit nervous, and she's looking at the menu, and she was like, "Yeah, can I get the halibut steak?" And your man's like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then the other fella's opposite, and he's like, you do realise that's fish? And she's like, oh, I don't like fish. So she thought that was like a type of steak or something. Oh, God love her. Now, do you know what I was fascinated? Do you know what I'd be fascinated when I go out? Is that like me and Jake are proper like grubbers. Like we very quick. What's a grubber? You keep saying this.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of a grubber. If someone's a grubber,
I've heard of a scrubber, but
grubber. Like grubber. I've heard of grub. You eat grub. I don't know. What is a grubber? Tell me, am I making this word up? A grubber is somebody that loves their food. Like you're a good grubber.
We
just call it a foodie.
Oh, I'm a foodie as well, but like a good grubber is somebody that eats. But like,
the problem is we eat
really fast.
Yeah, I was just going to say that we eat too quick. Well. Like we go in for food, say at 8 o'clock, and we'd be done 3 courses by 8:30. Like, do you know what I mean? No, like, and then we get antsy as well. Like if like they haven't cleared the plates, and it's like, right, slow down. No, do you know what? We're in a pure posh restaurant. Jake's scraping the plates and do you do that? Pile your plates up and all for the waiter. I try to help a little bit. They don't want you. The pure was looking at you as if to say, you're weird. I'll just let us carry the plates off ourselves. But the plates are clean. I'm not scraping stuff off them. They're empty. Yeah, there's nothing to scrape when we go out.
He's licking the plate.
But the when we go, there's a restaurant we go to in Tenerife as well that we always laugh at. It's a Thai place called Thai Botanico. Yeah, go to Tenerife and you just know this place. They always come over. So you order your starter and then your main. But yeah, they bring the starter out, and then after you finish, they always come over and they say, would you like a little break for a while, or would you like us to bring the next course? And we pure do the thing of, yeah, probably just bring the next course. Yeah. Like, who wants a break? Give it to me. Or it's the same thing. It's the same thing last night. Like, I don't want no break. I want to keep going. I ain't no quitter. Like. But last night we went all out, right? We had starters, mains, and we had desserts. But it's the thing when they come over and they're like, do you want dessert? And you look at each other like... There's a Peter Kay sketch on it as well. Yeah. Oh, we might as well. Yeah. Are you having dessert? Oh, go on then. Yeah, we'll have a little look. Peter Kay does the sketch on it where it's the eye open, isn't it? Are you having dessert? Yeah. Are you getting?
Sure. We'll have a look.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look.
Have a look. See what.
So yeah, that was our dinner last night.
But I think there's different types of restaurants. Like if you're going to like Nevin Maguire's, for example, in Black Lion. Yeah. That's an eating experience. That is an experience.
But that's not just going out for food.
No, that's what I mean. So you take your time at that.
What did I eat when we went there? Was it quail or something? Something real random. Oh my God, I had a beef cheek, and I'm telling you, it was the best thing I've ever had.
The cheeky
you.
That restaurant is
divine. It does depend. Like
that is divine.
McDonald's, you're not going to have a break between your Big Mac and your McFlurry. Do you know what I mean? Right, we're going to go for a quick break, and we will be back with our Jake's Take very, very soon.
See you in a minute. Hello and welcome back to the Carter Couch. This week's Jake's Take is all about
Christmas presents and Christmas shopping.
Can't wait to see what you get me.
So, there's a few topics in this, right?
You know what he got me one year?
What?
Hold on, no, wait, because we're going to do a segment on worst presents and best presents, right?
Now, you slag me when I say segment.
So the segment, I never said segment.
You just did
there.
What
was the one you said before? You were talking about something.
Jake's list.
She got a complete, yeah.
Oh, no.
Jake has stiffness.
You were saying...
That's what you said. It's the lisp or something of music.
What is it?
Is it a syllabants?
Syphilis?
Something like that.
Syphilis,
you said
Karen, is a sexually transmitted disease.
No, what's the list?
No, so...
Sibilant.
That's what it is.
There's a plug-in to get rid of sibilants, is what I was saying. gets rid of like the like the producers would use that. Yeah, gets rid of the T's.
But that won't get rid of your...
No, won't get rid of your...
what that is.
Whatever you've got. Anyway, moving on. So the first thing that I want to talk about with Christmas presents, right? And Karen's going to kill me now because I'm going to give away a family secret here.
No, you can't say this.
About Secret Santa. I think
Hopefully
it's absolutely stupid, right? I've probably done like 2
Jake,
Secret
Santas. You really
Santas.
can't say this story and like it's not even official.
It's fine. Secret Santa, right? I get why people do it sometimes, and it's a bit of fun, right?
You can also save if people.
Well, that's the other side of it. But I get like when it's like a jokey one. But Karen and her sisters are doing a Secret Santa the other day, and Shell's like in charge of doing the app. There's 4 sisters, and she's on the phone to Karen.
I have
right?
3 sisters.
Yeah, there's 4 of you though. You've 3 sisters, it's 4
yeah.
of you. And she's on the phone to Shell, and Shell's doing it, and she's like, so first off, it's called Secret Santa, so no one's supposed to know who they've got. So Karen's like, right, Shell, who've I got? And she's like, oh, you've got whoever. And Karen's like, oh no, do it again, I don't want to get them. Or like, who's got me? Oh no, do that again, they'll get me a present, do that again.
Jake!
She didn't say but the whole Secret Santa thing, I don't know what happened with them. I think they did it again. But it's stupid.
God, saying that out loud. Now whoever I got knows I didn't want them.
There's 4 of yous. You could have had anyone.
I love all my sisters equally.
But it's the whole thing, right, of like if you get someone that you don't know, or you, like they're hard to buy for and all, and then you might get someone, we've all got that one person in the family, you'd be like, oh, I don't want them getting me a present, do you know what I mean? So it's just like, is he on about me? No, I'm not on about you, but like, you know, everyone has someone like, oh, there's not going to be any thought that goes into that, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Jeez,
but everyone loves aftershave.
I'll get a new Carter clothing t-shirt watch.
So one year,
just one time,
wrapped a load of little boxes in bigger boxes and bigger boxes, and it took me about 10 minutes to unwrap all these things. I eventually got to the last box, and it was my calendar. He bought me.
I was like 10 though.
He didn't even buy it.
I was just going to say
he robbed it from the office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had signed it for you though.
Yeah.
But do we think Secret Santa is a load of rubbish, or do we think it's good?
No, I think it's good if it's a bit of crack.
See, I love it, but the problem is, like, I can't tell. Like, I probably will tell the person.
Yeah, so that's probably why I don't like it, and it's always the same. Like by the time it comes around, like our mum and dad, they do one with like the aunties.
I already got the present off your mum.
You did, but they do one with like the aunties and my nan and granddad, and you go over and it's like they're all talking. Who've you got? Grumps is like, oh, I've got Siobhan, and it's like, you're not meant to tell anyone.
Don't be so serious. It's only your present.
I know, but it's just, you know, that's me ranting about Secret Santa.
And I can't believe you just said that. So anybody, whoever I have, I'm happy with you.
Well, now we'll find out if your sisters. Yeah, now we'll find out if they actually watch the podcast or listen to it. Oh,
you'll know.
Oh, they do.
Also, with Christmas, do you like Christmas shopping? Do you enjoy buying presents for people?
Absolutely hate it.
I always like buying for other people, but I just do it on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you said that in a previous episode, didn't you?
I just do it on Christmas Eve.
Like, I don't mind, but you're like, for instance, you're really hard to buy for.
Why?
Because like you've kind of got everything that you want. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And you're not like a clothes person.
No, do you know what I describe him as? Like, you could probably, like, this is in a good way, but like, it's like you could really think of something for him or something, but he's real. Not that. How do I put it? Like,
it's like
if you're out getting a really good aftershave or something, you probably don't even know it's really good, and you're just like, oh yeah, thanks, and you're like, no, that's actually like whatever. It's like the stuff you're not materialistic.
That's what it is. You're not materialistic, really.
Like if I said to you, oh, them runners are such and such
you
brand,
say he's not materialistic, but he buys a new car every year and he really into watches and stuff.
And everything else.
But like, but like clothing wise.
Well, you're not materialistic when it comes to, like, you could get you a pair of runners bleeding a designer and you're like,
well, for example, I seen them Canada Goose jackets.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they're that price at all.
Yeah, they're stupid.
I wouldn't buy one.
No.
But like, even shoes wise,
I don't get it. Like, it's just to walk around with the meek.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
For a jacket?
That's what I mean about you. You're not materialistic when it comes.
It's the badge. People are buying the badge.
Yeah,
like, it's stupid. But like, I suppose if you've got it, do you know what I mean? I'm sure they are a very nice coat.
He's trying to say he wants one for Christmas. Did you get that?
No, don't get me a Canada Goose jacket.
But like mum is very like 1 year as well, she got Karen pillows for the couch with Liverpool landmarks on, remember?
That wasn't for me. That was the most thoughtful gift.
It was.
We moved into the apartment together, and I thought that was so cute. It reminds you of home.
Yeah, she's just real quirky though, do you know what I mean, with her
Come here, I'm
gifts.
telling you, like the present I got this year, I'm buzzing about. I shouldn't have opened it, but I definitely opened
know,
it.
Why have you
you
got
could
presents
open it.
already?
Because I'm special.
Yeah. We said, like, I don't want to sound
What did you get?
ungrateful. I just think mum's so
Uggs.
funny with her presents, by the way.
Anyone that knows, like, do you know the platform? Your mum loves a good platform.
She does.
But the platform,
It's 'cause she's so
slip-on
small.
Uggs.
With the jizzbits.
Oh, we
No, these
mentioned that, yeah.
no,
Her giblets.
These are no, they're Crocs.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking.
Such
sorry.
a good present. I'm buzzing.
So again, I want to say, I don't want to sound ungrateful. Like, there's some of the gifts that mum gets are great, but some of them are just so
I
random
got
as well.
spoiled rotten last year.
Yeah, you did. Like, for instance, here's mum's present last year that was very, very good as well. A new toothbrush.
We all
What a
got
classical
an
present, yeah. Very good.
Really good
But
present.
then a DVD player,
Take the hint, Jake.
not so practical.
Take the hint, Jake. I actually told her to get that toothbrush for you.
Do you know what I want to get? Do you know what I want to get that you were on about for ages?
And she got you a dental hygiene plan for the year. Paid
did,
for.
yeah.
I told her to do that as well.
That's a
She added me to her family plan. Yeah.
That was a good
She
present.
rang me giving out about that.
Why?
Because she was like, well, I was just going to do it for the 6 months. And then I realised then it's just going to keep on going. Because once you signed up, it's like for life.
But like, she didn't tell
She'll be
me.
paying for his dental plan for the next 20 years.
But she didn't tell me, and I've still been paying it. So I then had to go to them, and they didn't realise.
Oh,
So
get
then
the
it was getting
violin
double
out.
paid. Yeah. But anyway, also final thing on Christmas presents: at what
What are you
age
getting
do you
me?
become thankful for getting socks?
I'd love socks.
I'd love
Yeah.
fresh socks.
And Lynx Africa. Is anyone?
Oh, God.
Anyone
Oh,
in the
no,
family
that-
get you Lynx Africa? No.
Sticks
No.
down the back of your neck.
Yeah.
And dupe, a bottle of dupe.
What's dupe?
Aftershave?
You winding me
Oh,
up.
JOOP, that one.
Yeah.
Why? What way do you pronounce it?
No,
Dupe?
I was thinking you were saying a dupe of something. Do you know, like an Aldi dupe is
Oh,
like
no, I just mean
I don't know
dupe.
what he's talking about.
like a dupe, like a DUPE, a dupe of something.
No,
is
well,
like
I'm
a
on about a
copy.
JOOP.
Oh, with the exclamation mark.
Yeah, that it goes down the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Anyone that wears that, please, like, it's rotten.
Yeah, it's like Old Spice for women.
No, I'd be thankful for
Bottle
Old
of dupe.
Spice.
black
Grand.
socks and underwear.
Have you got socks on now?
I do.
Ankle socks.
Ankle socks.
He's
I
very
can't
cool.
wear ankle socks.
So have you anything else to say about Christmas presents? No?
My best present was my accordion when I was 5.
Well,
That's
my
so
best
cute.
present that I ever got, and I'm not a drummer, was me drum kit. That's the one that I always remember getting.
It
Because,
was my worst Christmas ever.
yeah, Dad had
Oh,
just
just
built an
hearing him.
extension,
Jesus
and we got a
Christ.
drum kit, yeah.
So loud.
Why
yeah.
did you get a drum kit if you couldn't play the drums?
I wanted to play the drums at that stage, and then I realised that the drummer was at the back of the stage, and I was like, nah, don't want to be doing that. I want to be at the front.
There's something about someone that can play drums. I think that's attractive.
I played the drums, Karen.
No, it is. It's a good, like, when you see it, like, it's brilliant.
What was your best present you ever got, Karen? So accordion, drum kit, what was your best present?
Dance shoes.
No, do you know what I actually got one time? An electric robot.
What?
Like, so do you know a robot that you had the thing to steer? So I used to send it out
Like
to
a
the
remote
kitchen.
control thing?
Yeah, a remote control. So I had a tray, and I used to send it out to the kitchen and tell me ma to put stuff on it, and then I'd drive it back in so I wouldn't have to leave the sitting room.
How
They have them
random.
in Belfast airports.
They do,
Something
yeah.
like that. That's what I had.
But they're now not remote control, and they collect your dirty dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There you go.
that's our Jake's take on Christmas presents. We want you to let us know what your best Christmas present that you've ever received is, or what your worst Christmas present is. We're going to have a quick break, and we're going to be back very, very shortly. So don't go anywhere.
And welcome back, and we are going to go straight into our section, which is the in the bin section. So what have we got that we're putting in the bin this week?
I have one that I want to put into the bin.
It's very hard to try and think of things.
I always think of loads throughout the week. They just come to me. Like, people
Right, go
annoy
on.
me. I've got
Go on.
loads. So this week, when we were on tour, actually, I was walking around, and the thing that I want to put in the bin, it happens at traffic lights and it happens at lifts. People that press the button numerous times thinking it means they're going to get somewhere quicker.
I do that.
Or they press the button and then they stand there and then they start like hammering the button at the lights and it's like, just calm down, you've pressed it.
Especially
the light
lift.
will go green when it's ready.
When the door won't close and you keep just pressing
the thing to close.
Oh, there's nothing worse than when you get an hour lift in the apartments and you press the wrong button.
Why?
Because then like you go to like floor, so we're on the top floor, then you go to like floor number 1 and Lenny runs out and it's like, oh no, we're not on the ground, get back in. Yeah, it's nothing worse. But yeah, people that like don't have patience and stuff like that, it's like, just calm.
The boy.
I probably do it, yeah, but I want to put myself in the bin then.
On,
but no, like I was just thinking, you know, like it's not going to get you anywhere quicker. Just
I've got one as well this week.
So
go on.
Hang on, are we not putting that in the bin? Can we vote? Can that go in the bin?
Well, I kind of do that, like.
Well, I do that as well, so I'm not putting it in the bin.
No, I'm not putting it in the bin.
Oh, okay.
2 against 1.
Right, what's your in the bin then, Nathaniel?
Just in hotel rooms.
Oh, here we go. It was the sheets last week. What is it this week?
Jesus.
It's showers.
Okay.
And in a lot of hotels, there's the fixed head of the shower.
Yeah.
The main
and
head.
Then there's a pulley one
that you can wash your ass.
And I never wash your ass.
It's funny because it's
called
true.
A BD.
BJ.
Yeah, well, I never...
Don't start to talk about BDs.
Yeah, don't bring it up.
Well, Noreen. The switch to turn the shower on, there's no symbol on it. And I, all the time, turn it the wrong way and the freaking shower just squirts in your face.
Yeah, actually, that wrecks.
I completely freezing cold as well because you've just turned it on.
Okay, right. Like, so this happened, Mum and Dad, we were home obviously last week and they've got a new fancy shower that they're lighted with it, right? It like has a steam in it and it does all these different settings. So there's Dad like the main shower.
Since Tuesday.
It's like a prune.
There's the main shower, then there's like the bath that you can turn on, then there's jets that come out, and then there's a handheld one.
Fucking show off a bit more there.
The story is,
there's steam.
I
just
used
need a
the
bit
shower
of water.
before and turn the thing.
The masseuse is there. She pops up
and it was, but the jets came on and soaked me and soaked the floor like the shit, and the bathroom's not even done yet, so the floor is like wooden. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, they should make it a lot easier to figure out which head is which.
Or which is the hot and cold.
Yeah.
Well, that's the red and blue. So
no,
that's
but
easy.
We were in Portugal and there was no red and blue. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but sometimes as well, and I do this on purpose, is I'll get a cold shower. Like I did this on Monday because I was like dying. I was like, right, cold shower for like 30 seconds. But then I'll leave it on cold just for the next person that gets in.
You always do that.
So then when they turn it on, it's cold. I just think it's quite funny. Yeah.
Hilarious. I don't really have much to put in this week.
I don't know why as well they don't put the actual taps away from under the head of the shower. Like they should be halfway down the wall.
Not near
so you can turn them on without being soaked.
True. Yeah. You're onto something there.
You're onto something.
But it is always like, and it's always the other one that turns on and splashes you in the face or drenches. It's when it happens actually if you're clothed and you try and turn it on and then it's
why were you getting in the shower with clothes?
No, before I've undressed, obviously. But like then the thing trenches you. Yeah, happens all the time. Right, we have time for one more in the bin. We have, let's choose Jess Kelly has wrote in to say she wants to put slow Sunday drivers when it's not a Sunday. It's every day of the week.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're always Toyota drivers.
I thought you were going to say women.
I drive a Toyota.
They're always Toyota drivers.
Leave it out.
Especially in the south of Ireland, generally the slowest drivers on the road drive Toyotas. I know it sounds really random.
Can we not give out about Toyota, please?
Time
I love Toyota.
Behind someone driving maybe at half the speed limit that they should be driving at, it'll be a Toyota. I'm telling you now.
No way.
Honest.
And it's normally always a BMW that's driving up your hole.
Says you.
No, I would be quite. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would be quite an impatient driver, but I'd be a very safe driver. But if people, do you know what really annoys me is people in the overtaking lane that. Okay, we shouldn't be going over the speed limit anyway. I'm not saying that I go over the speed limit. This is just hypothetically, right? If someone is in the right-hand lane and they are driving the speed limit, but the other two lanes are free, the right-hand lane is for overtaking, so don't sit in it.
No, well,
that really annoys me.
When you learn how to drive, you're meant to be in the left-hand lane.
It's called an overtaking lane. Don't hog the lane.
But you don't overtake in that lane. You just hog it. You stay in that lane.
No, I don't. because that's what really annoys me.
Is that not the fast lane, the right one?
Yeah, but it's an overtaking lane. It's not called a fast lane. It's there for overtaking.
But
it's not.
Stay in that.
No, if I'm overtaking someone,
it's not called a fast lane anyway.
If I'm overtaking people, I'll stay in it. But people that just drive
Do you know
in
that road in Germany
really
that has no speed limit?
The autobahn.
What is that about?
Well, that's like, and it's so safe because people know how to drive on it. I'd say if you probably Googled it, there's probably more crashes on motorways in Ireland than there is on the autobahn.
Probably.
So do people
I'm
just
not Googling it in case I'm wrong.
But so people just put the foot down and
you can drive whatever speed,
whatever speed you want.
It's like that when you get out of a toll. I think after tolls in Ireland, there's actually no speed limit because you just put the boot down. Do you know what I mean? I've paid for me toll, so I've paid me $2.50. I can now drive as fast as I want for the next 30 seconds.
No, I don't agree.
That's so annoying.
So we can all agree then, slow Sunday drivers, especially on a Sunday, can definitely go in the bin.
And check it out. Next time you're delayed, it'll be a Toyota driver.
Oh, I'm so curious about that.
I feel like we're just giving out about Mum this episode.
Getting a cramp in my leg.
Oh,
it's gone.
You're a dancer. I feel like we're giving out about my mum a lot in this episode.
Not a Toyota driver?
No, but she's such a slow driver.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, she's so slow. And do you know the funniest thing? Everyone's mum probably does this. Say this is the steering wheel. She'd be driving here like this. Like, and do you know what really annoys me? If you go to get into mum's car to drive after her, and then you're trying to get in and you're banging your head, you're banging your knees, everything.
As if your legs are much longer than your man's.
And I'm not that tall, but you're trying to find the thing to move the seat back. So yeah.
Jake struggles putting his booster seat in.
I have a bigger car than any of yous.
All right then.
Yeah. Take that.
I have a big one.
Compensating much?
Yeah.
Right, it's time to go for a quick break. We're going to be back this week with Karen's conundrum. We missed it last week. Is she going to give out about me?
Oh,
probably. We'll see you soon.
So we are back, everyone, with my favourite section, the Karen's conundrum. Now, I don't like to give out in this conundrum section.
Yeah, right.
But I feel it's a nice way of getting things off my chest that bother me. And most of the time, unfortunately, it is about Jake. So my conundrum today is going to be, if I ring him when he's away on tour with Nathan and I have an issue and I feel he's not listening. So, for instance, example.
Hang on a second. When I ring you when I'm away, you just don't answer.
I see him ringing me and I'm like, I'm busy.
So how are you giving out about me?
But you're ringing me when I'm doing something. I don't dance. But anyway, when I ring you so this is my point. If I'm ringing you,
I know
it's
exactly
because
what she's going to bring up here.
If I'm ringing you, it's because I have a crisis. I'm not a girlfriend that rings and says, hey, you all right? What you doing?
Karen, you're just venting because you rang me last week.
Let me tell the story. It's my conundrum.
Okay, go on, sorry.
I don't jump into Jake's take.
You
probably
did.
do, but anyway. So I basically had an awful time. Like, I had a bit of a hectic day one of the days and I had to go to the bank. Went into the bank, took Lenny in. Probably shouldn't do that, but...
No, he's allowed in.
He's allowed in. Did you?
AIB.
Anyway, brought him in, was doing a lodgement, and then they said, like, would you like to proceed with do you want to add more notes? And I was like, yeah, it sounds like I had a lot of notes. Trust me, I don't. But said yes. Put the thing in. All of a sudden, the machine, beep, 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 out of order. So I'm after putting me money in, and I didn't get any confirmation of anything. So I'm like, so what do I do now? Queue at the customer service desk, and I'm going, right, so I'll queue up there, have Lenny actually, we are waiting that long, Lenny ends up over length of his lead over in the corner, sprawled out asleep in the bank, and I'm like, oh, here. Gets up to the thing, and basically, long story short, I said what was after happening, I'm at to lodge me money, and your woman said, well, sorry, do you know your, what was that word I told you? Of the amount of what's that called?
Oh, your denominations.
Yeah, sorry. Do you know your denominations of what you put in? I was like, me what? Me denominations. What do you mean?
I'm
and she
Irish.
goes, well, like your what 50s, what 10s, and many of each. I says, it's like should I have known that? No, I don't know exactly me denominations. But anyway, she just said, oh, like you're gonna have to wait till the end of the day, and we'll open the machine and see. And I'm like, but what?
You see, you're already stressed.
So I'm like, now hang on, are you not just. Like, can you not just tell me this? Because she says, well, do you know the exact amount you put in when it went down? I said, well, I don't know. Like, maybe again, I should have known, but I didn't. But what happens? Like, she's like, yeah, no, we'll just check at the end of the day and sure, we'll ring you. So I'm thinking, I'm at to putting me money in. I need to pay me bills and there's no money. I'm at to go on my online banking and it's not in my account. So
where is it? Yeah.
Who do I Of course, who do I ring? Jake. Hey Jake, come here. I'm after coming out of that bank here now. I'm in here sweating me hole off. I'm after putting money in. I have to pay X, Y, and Z. There's no money in my account, but she told me she'd contact me at the end of the day. But like not actually saying that it's going to be okay.
So
Jake,
I was just saying.
So Jake's on the end of the phone. Oh, Jace, that's terrible. Yeah, it is terrible. So what am I going to do? Like, and then all of a sudden I hear him whispering, Keelan, are we going to go to the gym at 2? And I was like, sorry, are you talking about the gym? Button them because my life is upside down right now. Rings me back, hey, sorry Karen, you just must have, the signal didn't go, I buttoned you. And he was like, oh, why'd you button me? I says, because I'm having a meltdown. You're wondering what time you're going to the gym at. You wind me up.
So I'd already said to you, there's nothing you can do. So it's pointless worrying about it.
There's nothing you can do.
They're going to ring you back.
Your money.
Yeah, but they're going to ring you back. There's nothing you can do.
Well, I'm after going out of my way to put this money in because the bills need to be paid and the money just is floating somewhere. And then I wouldn't want to look back at the machine, someone else is making lodgements, and I'm like, how is it back working now?
You just had a bad day.
Did you get it sorted?
Yeah, they rang her back at the end of the day and nothing was a problem.
Jake was right.
Yeah.
Jake's never right. But my conundrum is, if I'm being stressed, like, you need to just really tell me everything's going to be all right, not try and sort out with the fella in the band what time you're going to the gym at. Because that's not important when my life was upside down.
I just asked the question. Well, like, see, us men, we can multitask.
But do you understand me, girls? If you're literally on the phone and you feel that somebody's priority's just not the same as yours at that given moment, you're going to go nuts.
No, but I think Karen, when I'm on tour or when I'm away as well, she like sometimes like, oh, I just don't ring you because I don't want to be bothering you. And then it's like,
I just don't want to talk.
But if I don't ring her, then she's like, why didn't you ring me?
Because I need to be on your mind.
But I would ring you.
Yeah.
I do ring you like of a morning when I'm getting a coffee and stuff. But as well, like when you're away and you're working, like you just forget. Like you just...
You just said it, you just forgets about me.
No, you don't forget about you, but you forget to like phone, do you know what I mean? This week. And then I ring at the end of the day and Karen's teaching so she can't answer. And then you ring back and then the gig's on. And then, you know, it's just...
on the phone.
It's bad time.
We all know I'm not sociable.
Yeah. Even for me. Just rather see me in person. So what's the end of your Karen's conundrum?
That's
that
it.
Is the end
should I ring more or ring less?
No, just listen to me more when I'm having a stressful day.
Okay.
No, definitely don't ring me more.
But sometimes you just need to take a big deep breath.
Yeah, I'll remind you of that now. If you lose a fiver and brain.
Worrying gets you nowhere.
I'd love to have that like
mentality. Yeah.
I'd love to have that mentality as well, though, but I don't. Yeah. But like I did actually start to like...
People say money doesn't bring you happiness. I tell you, when I thought that money was gone, I was fit to lose my shit. Like, so I'm sorry, if I had extra money in my account, I'd be happy.
Do you know, I watched I was going to say I read an article. I didn't read an article. It was probably watched something on TikTok or something the other week. And it was like when something happens and there's a big panic going on. And it was a whole thing about this and how like... when you actually take yourself out of the situation, you look at it and it's like, right, something's happened. It's pointless giving out. It's pointless going mental. That's already happened. What can you do to move on? Like, I think and I'm trying to use that now in my life. So like that's happened. What can you actually do?
I can't wait to remind you of that. I can't wait now. When you're in a predicament and I'm like, listen, Jake, it's happened.
Remove yourself from the situation.
No, so, but like, even...
Chill out.
So I used it recently.
And Breen.
And Breen. That's what it should be called, and Breen. Like, even like, when... with gig scenarios, right? Even with Reese recently, he'd hired in these big pyros, like...
What's a pyro?
But they're actually dry sparks.
Special effects.
Like a special effect, so like a flame coming down. And the first time he went to use them, they didn't happen. And he was really upset about it. And he was really like, oh, like, this was meant to go so well and all this. And it was then I was like, yeah, but look, it's happened. It didn't go off. What can you do? Right? There's nothing you can do. Just try and use them in a different song. Try and fix it and use them in a different song. And he did. And they look great then. But it's actually a good thing to use. You know, sometimes you just need to say, right, instead of panicking, this has happened. What can I do? Move on.
Right. I'll remind you that tomorrow now. Okay. When something minor happens and you have a meltdown.
Right. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We're going to be back with a very exclusive Nathan's Nuggets. So, yeah. Come back soon.
Ready. Welcome back to this week's Carter Couch. And this week for my Nathan's Nuggets, I am... Is it nuggets or nuggets? I should know now.
Well, it depends.
Episode 9.
I don't know.
Nathan's Nuggets. It depends if it's plural or singular.
Yeah, no, there's only a nugget.
We're going to McDonald's after this.
Yeah. 6 or 9.
20
all the day long.
Yeah.
This week I have released a brand new Christmas album, and it is called Crazy Christmas.
Fourth plug on the podcast.
We have recorded a music video for it in a bar called McGee's in Enniskillen. And it's a really good bar. And
I thought you were going to say it's a really good video.
No. Drummy, the owner of the bar, is an absolute gentleman, and he's a sound went fella. Out of his way to I haven't seen him in help years. Us. But he has decorated the bar all outside with trees and lights everywhere. And
is the video actually out now?
It's not.
The video will not be out till
after Christmas.
Last day in November.
But
I think
everyone,
we're going to give you a bit of an exclusive, and that's my nugget for this week.
Oh,
here it is, Crazy Christmas. What if I fall into your loving arms tonight? Baby, don't refuse me just because I'm out all night. And if you wake to find me drinking with old Santa Claus, baby, you're not dreaming. Maybe it's because it's gonna be a crazy Christmas. Yeah, it's isn't it?
Yeah, that was Jace, you could have made a bit more of an effort with that video.
So if you want to watch the full music video, it's going to be out on
the last day of November.
The 30 days have September, April, June and November. 30 days, the 30th of November it's going to be out. So well done for everyone that watches and listens to the Carter Couch. There is another exclusive for you. Go and tell your friends to come and listen and watch.
Go back and listen to previous episodes as well.
Yeah, and if you want to get in touch, I'm going to say it again, you can email us at thecartercouch or drop us a message on our socials at thecartercouch. The email, is at thecartercouch@gmail.com. Should have said that.
Lenny's been very good.
He has. He's been very good.
He's
we have our final section, my favourite section. Welcome back to the Carter Council. This is the section where we take your life's troubles and we give you our completely unprofessional advice on what we would do in that situation. First up, we have Tom from Cork, who has wrote in to say, "Hi guys, I love the podcast and I need your help with the missus. Every year she buys us matching pyjamas for our toddler and the dog and me to wear on Christmas. She insists on taking a family picture to post on Instagram, and I do it for the one day every year. This year, however, she has already started buying multiple pairs of matching pyjamas and is asking us to wear them each weekend so she can get a picture. I'm not a pyjama person and I don't want to be sticking pyjamas on just to get a picture before I head out for a few pints with the lads. I don't like wearing them, and I know I'm gonna get stick if she starts posting pyjama pics and we're not even in December. Can you please stand up for me here and tell her once a year is enough?"
I would agree, yeah.
Yeah, I would. So
man.
I do it once a year. Karen gets us matching pyjamas on Christmas when we've spent Christmas together, and we always get like the picture. A lot of people do it for the toy show as well, don't they?
Even though I do it and I get them for you, it is a bit like you kind of do give me an ick.
Yeah,
wearing Christmas pyjamas.
I don't really wear pyjamas. Do you?
But
no, I'm too hot. I'm always too hot.
Sweating.
But they're kind of like very expensive.
Pyjamas in general.
So like me even
you get a new pair of pyjamas every second day. What are you on about?
Do you wear pyjamas all the time?
She does.
I like it now.
Do you know what? I'm fed up washing pyjamas.
That's all I bleed wears gym stuff and pyjamas.
But you don't have to wash them after one use, surely?
Oh, I do.
Of course you do.
Most people probably wouldn't.
You smelly
don't wear them, so it doesn't matter.
You just need to wash his jocks.
Just turn them inside out.
I bought a load of new, fresh Calvin Klein jocks in Portugal last week.
Nice for
and
some.
No, they were on offer. They were actually reasonably priced. And I feel so good. Do you know, just fresh, brand new underwear.
It's Calvin Klein spelled KC though, instead of CK.
But I'm so fresh.
It's really cheap.
To be honest, Tom, you didn't put your missus's name in, but I would agree.
Oh God, yeah.
I think once a year, it's nice. Take the picture.
Like the poor man's going to get a lot of stick being in a pub in pyjamas, like.
Yeah, like the lads in the band would give us stick. Would give me stick.
Oh, he doesn't wear them to the pub.
No, he doesn't wear them to the pub.
And takes the dog in the scene.
You do that, Jake.
Yeah. Once a year, I think it's fine at Christmas, especially if you've got kids. It's nice, and it's nice to get the family picture. Idea. But I would agree, Tom, in November, matching Christmas pyjamas is very early.
Like that was never a thing when we were growing up, was it for you?
No, I don't think so.
Family photo and
was
like a family photo and the dog and everything in pyjamas. That's only coming around since COVID, I think.
Maybe.
No, we never really got matching pyjamas.
We always got new
Christmas
pyjamas,
I'd say, when we were kids.
We never sat at the Christmas tree in your dad. I couldn't imagine me dad growing up as a kid in pyjamas, Christmas ones.
Christmas pyjamas, yeah. So we all agree, yeah. Tom's missus.
Tom, put the foot down.
Let him off. Tom, put the foot down, yeah. Once a year is enough. Right, Ema has wrote into us on Instagram. She says she loves the podcast and wants to ask us, how can I get people in work to stop jumping out and scaring me before I have a heart attack? I am the worst person for doing this. I do it all the time. And it's great crack. Never stop doing it.
You even do it to Lenny.
I do.
Jake hides behind the
I play hide and seek with Lenny, yeah.
Jumps out.
Yeah, it's great. He loves it. I keep saying I must get a video of it one day to actually see what he's like. But he actually goes nuts. But I think it's general. Now, it depends where you work,
if it's
in fairness.
The same person
if you're working in a hospital or something, do you know what I mean? There's a doctor running.
No, but if it's the same...
with scissors and stuff in his hands, yeah.
I just think, though, it gets annoying. It's like when someone tickles you. Do you ever get when someone's tickling you and it's funny for the first couple of seconds?
Who's tickling you?
And then you feel like you're actually going to either punch them or it gets like...
Yeah. But I think the only way to combat it is fight fire with fire. Do you know what I mean?
Get them back.
Just scare them back. Or, like... if someone's constantly doing it, pretend you're drinking a bottle of water, and then when they do it, soak them and say, oh, that was just my reaction, and then they won't do it to you again, will they?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do you know what I mean? But like, I do it all the time, and I love it. I love scaring people.
We can't give out about that because
I agree.
And do you know what? I've done it a couple of times to Nan, and I kind of feel bad because she's like getting older. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I'm really sorry, Nan. Yeah. So, Ema, lighten up, will you? Or just do what I said.
No,
hold
Ema,
a bottle of water back. We've time for one more Carter Council. We'll go with Kim from Dublin has wrote in to say, hi guys, I love the show. I've recently just started learning to drive, but I panic sometimes at traffic lights. The reason being, I overthink about the cars behind me in case they start giving out, as sometimes it takes me a while to take off. My question is, if you were behind a learner, would you be patient or give out?
Does she drive a Toyota?
Probably now. Look, we had this argument before. Jake,
I hold my hands up.
I was wrong. And beeped a learner, and I fumed about it. And he was like, "Oh no!" But that was just.
I think I was stressed that day.
Now I got on my Instagram because I actually really was annoyed.
Oh yeah, no, you can't be.
No, you don't be. I did. Okay, I hold my hands up. I did it once, and I think I was in a panic somewhere, and I did feel bad after it. But like, do you know what I always think when you see a learner sometimes, and they're like learning or driving, is like they could be on their test.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you were on your test, like we've all been there. Like,
I failed
sometimes. Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't fail. Paul, back to Paul again. I'm going to slag him again. He didn't even make it out to the test centre when he did his first test.
Why?
The woman told him to drive out and he clipped the curb. And then he was he says to the woman, I've failed, haven't I? And she was like, yeah. He was like, fuck it, I don't want to do the test then. So he didn't even make it out. He just booked another one. Yeah. He didn't even make it out to test centre. But yeah, I think Kim.
No, you just do not.
Can I just say as well, Paul, who we're talking about,
we called him Stall as well for a while.
I saved on my phone as Paul Stall.
Oh, did you? Because he always used to stall. He's a terrible driver, Paul.
Stall mean?
Oh, he drove us to match the other month and he nearly crashed about twice.
Out of gear.
I was in bunny
She wouldn't know. She only did the automatic test.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You can't drive a manual?
No.
I can't. No, I can.
Or as they say in America, stick
like
shift.
I'd be able to.
Oh, no,
Karen, you cannot legally drive a manual car.
Oh, legally? I can't. Judge over there, Judge Jake. Yeah, but I know how to. I've been in factories and learned.
Factories?
Oh, I was actually in a factory one time with my sister. This is what we do in Ballyfermot. You just go up to factories and you learn how to drive, right?
I taught Karen to drive.
Now listen to this, right? I'm in the factories. My sister had a little red Clio and she showed me how to drive. And I'm driving and thinking I'm brilliant. All of a sudden, police guards pulled up beside me and was like, hey, you alright? And I said, yeah, I'm just learning how to drive. Are you? And he says, have you a licence? Here was like, no, sure, I'm only learning. And he was like... Yeah, but like you can't be driving then. And I'll never forget it. He's pulling up beside me. I'm in the driver's seat. And I was baffled asking him, going like, sure, of course I've got a licence, I'm only learning. And he was like, well, can you get yourself out of the driver's seat? My sister's in the passenger seat. And I says to him, all right, yeah, no bother. I'm thinking, jeez, he's a big moan bag. And I didn't get out of the car. So I start like trying to climb over my sister to get into the passenger seat. And he's sitting looking at me and saying, why did you not just walk around? And I was literally wedged in the car.
And did he let you off?
Oh, he said, he was just pure like, see you now.
Oh, that was a nice guard.
God.
Yeah.
But at that time I was like,
could have been arrested,
I have a licence? Sure, I'm only learning, I said to him.
That is one of the most stressful things that you can do as well.
Driving test?
No, teach someone to drive.
I've never done it. So
I taught Karen how to drive, and
I knew how to drive by just
the same factories that she's probably on about now.
the same factories.
Yeah.
I bought me car and I didn't even have a license.
And she I remember one time she accelerated like round
Instead
the
of a-
corner
instead of a
and I
brake.
went mad, and she was like, she got in a big huff and like stormed out of the car. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. But I was like, I was only getting mad because I was like, we're going to fucking crash. It was like a protective
No, but
madness,
you know what I
you know
find
what I mean?
mad is that when you're learning how to drive, like, it's so dark down at your feet. I know you shouldn't be looking at your
you
feet.
should be looking out the window, not the feet.
But I was getting confused because I couldn't see me feet, which way they were going.
So
Anyway.
Kim from Dublin, don't worry about the drivers, even though I did do it that once, and I'm very sorry to whoever the
Just
Just
lady
make
was.
sure and display your L badge.
Yeah, once
But
they
it's
can
not
see an
that
L
uses
badge.
it.
No, it is. It's
It
still
is an
L
L.
up here, yeah.
Yeah, no, just make sure.
Yeah, no, don't worry about them.
Just because you're only
Just you
learning,
do
and
you.
but like, there's loads of people that are driving 40 years and are so dodgy and they keep bunny hopping at lights and all.
Noreen.
Leave mum alone.
Yeah, but yeah.
Kim, don't worry about them. You do you. Right, that is all we have time for on this week's episode of The Carter Couch. We want to say a massive thank you to Brian, our producer, to Hugh, who edits our videos, and a big thank you to all of you for listening and watching week in and week out. If you want to get in touch with us, make sure you send us an email at thecartercouch@gmail.com, or you can get us on social media at The Carter Couch. Send us your in the bins, send us your Carter councils, send us whatever you want, and we'll be sure to get it on next week's episode. We'll see you all soon.
All the
Thanks
best.
so much,
Have
guys.
a great week.
Jeez, you could have made a bit more of an effort of that video.